spent the last, 5 or 6 years on a part-time basis with Georgian College teaching in the paramedic program. Ornge agreed to take on a team from Georgian College. Everything happened super fast. We had to get everybody vaccinated, getting everybody their cultural awareness, cultural safety training was a big deal too, as well as some of the other medical related training and health and safety trainings. Talking about Indigenous peoples in the classroom is a difficult thing to do, really. So to have the opportunity to expose the students to this, at least one specific community for a week, is something that you can't really replicate in the classroom. It is unique both from an Indigenous people's perspective and from a remote community perspective. It's also nice to be part of something so important in COVID that is going to shape their professional identity for a while. So to be able to say that you are a part of something meaningful and to be able to do something important during the pandemic, I think is something that'll stay with them for a long time. This is a huge learning experience and a huge experience that they can leverage going forward for the rest of their career.
Hi, my name is Heather.
My name's Ty.
My name's Shane Ellis.
I'm Evan Demke.
I wanted to become a part of this experience in order to become a better healthcare provider. I recognize that my understanding of the Indigenous experience in Canada is very limited. I'm looking forward now to also going on the reserves and seeing what life is like there, and also being able to understand some of these communities. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but I am excited about it.
I have no experience with the Indigenous people or the larger communities. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot about their culture, their lifestyle, their living situations. I anticipate it's going to be a great time. I'm going to get to meet a lot of new people, and I think I also get to work with a lot of peers.
I've never been north of Sault Ste. Marie, so this is going to be an eye-opening experience for me. I'm hoping that I can go and kind of help out on this whole COVID front and try and get ahead of this pandemic, and so that we can have life go back to normal and just get some life experience from it, see what it's like up in the north, and try and make some new friends and build some new relationships along the way.
I have relatively little experience with Indigenous peoples. I enjoy stepping outside my comfort zone. I think this trip will have many opportunities for that. Hopefully experience firsthand what life is like for people in these remote communities. I enjoy adversity and problem solving, and I'm ready for whatever adventure awaits us.
Hi there, my name's Evan. I'm a paramedic. I'm up here providing vaccinations in the vaccine clinic.
Yesterday I returned home from Thunder Bay. One of the biggest takeaways for me from the trip was that we take for granted so much. I never thought that we really had those types of conditions in this country, and to see that firsthand really affected how I see my own country. And so it really limits your opportunities when you're living in that kind of isolation. Also, I mean, on a positive side, it was very interesting to get to know some of the people on the reserves, like the rangers that were there, the Canadian Rangers, the nurses, some of the people who were working in the clinic with us. They were all really wonderful people. Listening to elders speak about their experiences with reserves and with residential schools was definitely an experience that I still need to process.
It was eye-opening. It was very different than what I was expecting. I was able to see a stark difference between life there and life as I know it in Southern Ontario. And they were so welcoming. They kind of brought us and showed a part of their culture and shared it with us. I felt so honored that I was able to go to Eabametoong and I could see this community which has this limited access to healthcare, and they're more vulnerable to COVID-19 and the spreading of this virus. I feel like we were able to make a meaningful, positive change by being able to provide these vaccinations and provide education about COVID-19. It was wonderful to see how there were so many moving parts and everybody was working together with this common goal of trying to protect the community.
It felt good to be able to try and, offer people the vaccine who wanted it and help debunk some of the myths around it and, try and help people understand why it's important to have the vaccine. So I thought that was kind of neat. It was an experience that I'm so glad I had, and I don't know that I'll ever get another one quite like that, so I'm glad I took it. And I think this trip was more about reconciliation and trying to rebuild some of those damaged relationships that we've had from, between the settlers and the Indigenous people. So I hope that we did it well, and I think we did, and they seem to be pretty receptive of us being up there for the most part. I think the coolest thing that we got was on the last day, one of the guys up there, Harry, he gifted us all eagle feathers, which is a big thing in their culture. So that was a huge honor, and I'm really glad I went. And again, I can't thank those guys enough for putting the team together. I think we had an awesome team, and would I do it again? In a heartbeat.